Coming up, 48 teams will learn if they can start making travel plans for Overland Park, Kansas and the 2025 NIRSA National Soccer Championships. The Open Division Lottery draw is next. From Tallahassee and Florida State University, I'm David Peters. The 31st annual NIRSA National Soccer Championships is just about a month away. Today we'll announce half of the tournament field, our 48 Open Division teams, that's 24 men's teams and 24 women's teams, who will battle for a pair of national titles November 20th through 22nd in Overland Park, Kansas. The NIRSA National Soccer Championships is a featured event of the NIRSA Championship Series, which is part of NIRSA, the Professional Association for Collegiate Recreation Programs at colleges and universities all across North America. For flag football, basketball, tennis, pickleball, and of course soccer, the NIRSA Championship Series provides premier championship experiences delivered by qualified experts within a safe and inclusive environment. Once again this year, the NIRSA National Soccer Championships features two divisions, the Open Division, for which we will select 48 teams today, and the Championship Division, in which 48 more teams will qualify through regular season and regional tournament action in the coming weeks. Let's take a look now at the breakdown of teams in today's Open Division Lottery and the available bids by region. Each of our 6 regions receives 4 bids for men's teams and 4 bids for women's teams. For the draw, teams are placed in the region that they play during the regular season, which may differ from the NIRSA region in which the school is normally found. The first 4 teams drawn today from each of NIRSA's 6 regions will be entered into the Open Division tournament. We will then draw all of the remaining teams in the lottery process to create an ordered list of waitlist teams to be alternates for each region. Teams that receive an Open Division lottery bid today and then qualify later this fall for the Championship Division will have their entry fee and registration automatically transferred over to participate in that championship bracket, and their spot in the Open Division will be made available for the next team on that region's wait list. Teams that receive bids that become unable to attend will also open up spots for waitlist teams. And team representatives are contacted by NIRSA when those spots open up. Let's talk about how the draw will work today. For all teams that were entered into the lottery, we printed your name on a card like this. You'll see the name on the front, and then it's also in small print on the back. So we'll put these cards, each of them go into an envelope, a security envelope like so. It's got a little piece of tape on it. And the only thing on this particular envelope is the name of the region, so we can keep our stacks together. For a region, all the cards go into the basket here. We shuffle them up. We pull them out one at a time. We'll show you who's on the card. That's how the draw will work. You can follow all of the draw information, including the bids and the wait list, plus more tournament details. It's all online at nirsachampionships.com. There are 111 teams in the draw today, 50 on the men's side and 61 on the women's side. We change up the order every year for our draw. This year we're going to begin with the men, and we're going to start in the middle of the country with Region 4. In Region 4, there are a total of 7 teams in the draw today, 4 bids and then 3 alternates. Here those are in the envelopes. We're going to put them in the basket here, shuffle a bit, and get going. And we begin in Region 4. The first bid goes to Texas A&M. Next is Rice, followed by Sam Houston State. And the last bid goes to Arkansas. Our alternates on the wait list will include LSU, Texas, and finally, Abilene Christian. All right, over to region number 5 now as we go towards the west coast. So region 5, kind of the southwest part of the country. Into the basket we go with a total of 6 teams. So that's 4 bids and 2 alternates. And they begin with Minnesota, Kansas, Missouri, and the last bid to Colorado. Our alternates here in Region 5 include Nebraska Omaha and Kansas State. To the west coast we go with Region 6, and in Region 6 there are 8 total teams, so 4 bids, 4 alternates out of Region 6 for the men. Into the basket, a little shuffle around, and starting with the first bid in Region 6 to UCLA, followed up with San Diego State. Region 6, the next bid to Cal Poly. And the final bid to Oregon. The alternates out of Region 6 will include Weber State, UC Santa Barbara, Cal State Fullerton, and finally, Utah Valley. That's a look at the men for Regions 4, 5, and 6. Here's a recap. All right, we're going to pause from the men and go to the women's side, back in Region 4 again, so 4, 5, and 6 coming up. In Region 4 for the women, 6 total teams are there, 4 bids and 2 alternates. So we'll throw those 6 envelopes into the basket and get going. Region 4 for the women starts with Texas A&M, followed by Baylor, Iowa State, and finally, Texas. Our 2 alternates in Region 4 include LSU and Missouri State. Moving on to Region 5 for the women, 9 teams in this region, so 4 bids and 5 alternates this time. Here go those envelopes into the basket once again. Shuffle around and taken from the middle. It is Colorado, Missouri, Kansas, and the 4th bid to Arizona. Our alternates in Region number 5 for the women will include Northern Colorado, Creighton, Colorado School of Mines, Minnesota, and last in Region 5 for the women, Air Force. All right, to the Pacific Coast we go in Region number 6, where we have 11 total teams in the lottery draw for Region 6, so 4 bids, 7 alternates. And we'll begin with UCLA, UC Davis, Southern Cal, finally, Oregon State. The alternates will begin with Cal State San Marcos, Oregon, UC Santa Barbara, UC Irvine, San Diego State, Cal Poly, and last in Region 6 is Montana State. We'll pause here once again. Let's take a look at a recap for the women in Regions 4, 5, and 6. We'll continue with the draw and go to the East Coast with Regions 1, 2, and 3, so the Northeast, the Southeast, and the Midwest. For the men here in Region number 1, there are a total of 7 teams in the lottery, so 4 bids, 3 alternates out of Region number 1 for the men. Into the basket, first draw to Cornell, and it's followed by Boston College, Sacred Heart. And the fourth bid in Region 1 for the men to Quinnipiac. Alternates in Region 1, Brown. UMass Amherst. And finally, Yukon. All right, down to the southeast and region number 2. And in region number 2 for the men, we've got 9 total teams, so that'll be 4 bids and 5 alternates. Into the basket we go with those 9 envelopes. And region 2, we'll begin with Elon. College of Charleston. Western Kentucky. And finally, out of Region 2, the last bid to Tampa. Let's take a look now at our alternates in Region 2. They are Virginia Tech, James Madison, Northern Kentucky, High Point, and the last selection in Region 2 is Georgia Southern. All right, it's to the Midwest now with region number 3. And here in region 3, 13 total lottery teams. So 4 bids, 9 alternates in this region. Into the basket. Region 3 begins with Akron, Miami of Ohio, Saginaw Valley. And Region 3's last bid to Illinois. The wait list begins with Cincinnati, Wisconsin, Xavier, Grand Valley State, Central Michigan, Purdue, Butler, Hillsdale College, and Indianapolis. That's a look at our men's side for regions 1, 2, and 3. We'll pause once again for a recap. Back to the women's draw, still on the East Coast. Again, regions 1, 2, and 3, so Northeast, Southeast, and Midwest. Region 1 is up first in this segment, and it begins with 15 total teams, so 4 bids, 11 alternates out of this group. So a large stack here for the women's teams in Region 1. And first bid to Syracuse, Springfield College, Rochester, and George Washington. Starting with the alternates here in region number 1. First alternate is Quinnipiac, Penn State, Brown, Millersville, Cornell, RIT, Boston College, Maryland, Villanova, Yukon, And finally in Region 1, Penn. On to Region number 2 for the women. Here we have 9 teams, so 4 bids, 5 alternates coming up here in Region number 2. Into the basket they go. And it will begin with UCF. Western Carolina. High Point. And our last bid in Region number 2 to Alabama. Alternates in Region 2 include Tampa, Miami, James Madison, Virginia Tech, and Florida State. That's Region 2. Let's head to Region 3 now with 11 teams. 11 teams are left here for the women in Region 3, so 4 bids and a total of 7 alternates here in Region number 3. Into the basket they go. And they begin with Miami of Ohio, Central Michigan, Oakland, and the last bid in Region 3 to Michigan State. On the wait list in Region 3 for the women, Purdue, Ohio State, Ohio University, Illinois, Cincinnati, Notre Dame, and last team is Western Michigan. We'll pause for a recap here on Regions 1, 2, and 3. Some more tournament information is coming up. And that's the draw. It's time to wrap things up with some key information for team captains and a look at this year's National Championship Tournament venue in Overland Park, Kansas. For teams that received a bid today, team representatives, either club presidents or team captains, will receive an email later today, that's Wednesday, October 8th, with more information about the tournament, including team and player eligibility standards. Teams that received a bid have until Tuesday, October 14th to accept their bid and start their team's registration online on IM Leagues. Final team rosters are due by Tuesday, November 11th, and enrollment verification forms are due Friday, November 14th. But teams must accept their bid and start that registration process online by Tuesday, October 14th. If your team representative does not receive that email, please visit our website at NIRSAChampionships.com and click on Soccer to contact our staff for assistance. Regional tournament action takes place around the country in October, culminating with the National Championships in Overland Park, Kansas, November 20th through 22nd. You're looking at the Shields Overland Park Soccer Complex as NIRSA Soccer makes its first trip to this impressive venue for the National Championships. Overland Park is just southwest of Kansas City. You can see travel tips and information online at NIRSAChampionships.com. Heading into regional play, NIRSA thanks its soccer regional coordinators. The series also thanks the directors of competition for the national tournament, including Laurel Hanna from the University of Michigan, Max Miller from Swarthmore College, and Mario Rios from Tarleton State University, plus the dozens of NIRSA members who are helping to make our soccer championship successful at the regional and national level. Join us for our special Road to the Championships webcast. It'll debut on Friday, November 14th at 12 noon Eastern Time on the NIRSA Championship Series YouTube channel for a preview of the entire field of teams for this year's national championships. I'll be joined by my NIRSA colleague Marty Dempsey from the University of Florida and NIRSA soccer leaders and some former players from around the country. We'll talk about the pool play matchups and we'll get you ready for the tournament. You can visit our website at NIRSAChampionships.com or follow us on social media at NIRSAChamp for coverage of all the tournament action this fall. Special thanks to our FSU Campus Recreation staff members for helping us with this show, including Gabby Morales, Ella Denny, Avery Renham, and Matthew Kulikowski. And that's it for now. For the NIRSA Championship Series, I'm David Peters. Good luck to our teams in regional play this fall, and we hope to see many of you in Overland Park, Kansas in November for the 31st Annual NIRSA National Soccer Championships. This is a presentation of NIRSA, Leaders in Collegiate Recreation.